Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I have a very cool deck profile for you guys. I'm joined by my good friend Youri.
Hey.
And Youri is back once more with another regional top. You got top 8 at the 200 participants WCQ in Luik, Liege this weekend.
Yes, yes, yes,
And
yes.
you played a pretty under the radar deck. Of course, didn't get second place at the YCS last week. You played Eldlich this weekend.
Yes, 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 yes.
So now
I played,
traps.
yeah, I played a lot of traps, but yeah, I didn't think the floodgates are the best way, so I decided to run more of the normal traps instead of Goshen and Tikaboo. I do play a couple of floodgates, but uh, yeah, let's just dive into the deck profile. I think.
Yeah, you have some spicy stuff you wanted to show. You told me.
Well, there's one card in the deck I think was really carried me into the top, and I think it's funny. So the first card in the what I'm gonna show needs some explanation. It's still Golem Lords, but I played three of them, and uh, I hate this myself. I hate myself for doing this, but three Golem Lords is actually this format is the way to go. Why? Because everyone plays DPE, plays Brandons and Rats, and you don't want to get blown out in the end phase with a Guardian Chimera. So if you open the Golden Lords, which you want to do going second, you just can bait out the Brandon and Rat or the DPE, and or just a Masquerade or something. Like Despia is not a bad matchup, but they can really hurt you. So that's why I played three Golden Lords and just maxed out on the Golden Lords with the three Cross Allens.
Yeah,
This is
we've seen this coming up a little bit more lately. A little while ago, we played Eldlich, and we played almost as few Eldlich cards as possible. Some people were
yeah,
even running one Lord at a certain point, and only two Outland. But now we see that the power of Outland, the going second,
yeah,
is just so good.
yeah. I think with the blows in the end phase like DPE and Brand Red into Chimera, you just need an out. Well, it's not really an out, but it's it's a bait. Like if you hit the Brand and Reds with the Golden Lord, they summon like the card I cannot pronounce the light, or they summon another Masquerade or something, and that is not really a problem because then you can summon the lords. Okay, Mirror Jade is then a problem, of course, but then you just get it back to the hand and you just send it away for the next turn again. So you can just keep recycling it. Then you send this away. Then you have to send the goal land, and you just keep floating. You have your grind game. It's actually amazing. So I also play triple Lord of Heavenly Prison. These are my only monsters in the main deck. For the same reason, you just don't want to get blown out by Guardian Chimera or DPE. So, and this is also a great consistency card, of course. So, yeah, this is the only reason, and they're both level 10, so this is the best synergy. And the last card why I don't want to, which helps me not get blown out by Guardian Chimera, is called by the Grave in the main. This is one of the MVPs of the tournament. Call by the Grave, when they activate Brand the Red, I think everybody should know this by now. If they activate Brand the Red and you hit the target of Brand Red in the graveyard, it resolves without effect. So Call by the Grave is just an amazing card, and of course, also DPE. And I also played against Sky Striker and against Branded Eldlich in the tournament, so this was a really good card. And the last spell in the deck was Spot of Extravagance, just good consistency cards. I think everybody in the pure variant plays Extravagance. Uh, then the standard ratio of triple sanguine, triple conquistador, and aquero. I was actually thinking about playing three aquero, but I'm already above the minimum, so I'm playing just two. I'm playing six solemns.
Okay.
Yeah, this was the problem uh, with my deck building, Solemn Judgment. because I didn't knew what I wanted to do with it, side or main. But I didn't have really that much space in the side deck. The problem in the end was with the deck building. I had one main deck spot and two side deck spots, and my OCD just couldn't get with it to main deck one judgment
Yeah.
and side two judgments.
Yeah.
My OCD just so I was deck building with some friends, and then Danilo he told me just stop bitching and just play 42 cards. I was like, okay.
Okay.
Well, in nicer words, but it
Yeah,
works.
exactly.
Then torrential tributes, punishments, just two good blowout cards. I don't play IDP because I don't think IDP is that great this format with Despia running around. Then the cards I was talking about, the cards that I think carried me this entire tournament, that won me like I think 50% of my matches is the main deck Witchy Strike.
Okay.
Yeah. Witchy Strike is nobody expects it in the main deck. Uh, Everybody ends on the Brave package or Bro on the floor, and Bell is also one of the most played hand traps in the format. If if someone watching not knows what Witchy Strike does, when an opponent negates the normal or special summon of a monster, or the activation of a card effect, destroy all cards your opponent controls or and in their hand. So this card is just an amazing blowout, and it activates on resolution, so you can even do it on a judgment or a strike. So I did this on an Apex Avion. I did this like 3 times on a Griffin Rider. I did this on a Baron de Fleur. I did this on a Bell. I did this like yesterday. I did this like 6 times. During testing, I did this like 30 times. This card is so amazing, and this I think this card's really made my tournament.
All right. Yeah, I can see it happening with people maining Bell this format, and of course, like you said, the Baron, the Griffin. I can imagine them being quite surprised.
Yeah, like in the Despia matchup, I played against Despia Brave, and he just he actually had me worried for a bit, and then he summoned the Griffin Rider. He had like 10 plus cards, and I just did torrential on the Griffin Rider. It was like he looked at me. He was like, "Is this a misplay?" So he negates it with the Griffin Rider, and then on resolution, Witchy Strike, and he was like, "Oh." And then he lost all his cards, and when this card resolves, you win.
Yeah.
You just win, and then yeah. I did, like I said, I did this against the Flunder player. I did this against, yeah, just an amazing card.
That's so funny. It's nice.
Yeah. And then, of course, the moment we were all waiting for the floodgates. I played 3 skill
Yeah.
drain and 3 normal
Yeah.
warlords, like only ones. I don't play Ghost match. I think Rivalry is better this format because of Despia. There are, of course, moments when Ghost is better, but I think skill drain is skill drain, and Rivalry. I think this was the worst card of my main deck, but it was good against Prankits. I played 2 Prankits.
Yeah, I have
So
the same issue when building this deck. It's very difficult to fill in the last, like, you want to play Floodgates, but
yeah,
there can be only one awkward. Gozen is like, a
yeah,
rivalry is also like, it's okay, but I understand your issues
yeah.
there.
Yeah, I think some floodgates are really good in the side deck. I play a side like 2 other floodgates in the side deck, which I'll come to later. But
Okay?
and yeah, so the extra deck, the two get rid of your normal traps. I played this because it's also side lava golem, but never comes up. I made this once, but it's a flag spot. Together with the 3 nightmares, never really comes up, but you have the flag spots. I made unicorn once, but it's not really important. The triple antis. This is like one of the most important ones, I think. I made the Omega was the MVP against Sky Striker for some reason because
Okay.
I shuffled back the DPE.
Oh, nice.
Attic Nestor also for the punishments never really came up. The only cards I really made was Pleiades and Gustav. I don't play Zeus because everybody plays Zeus, but they never make Zeus. So I was like, I'm not gonna run it and use the spots for other cards. But I never use the other cards as well. So
Yeah.
then the extra deck, Lava Golem is then I think the most staple card in the side deck of of Eldlich. But this is the only card I didn't side in this tournament.
Oh no.
No, I didn't side it in. I was thinking about siding it in against Prank Kids, but I sided in the Token Collectors instead.
Yeah, that's fair. You've never
I
played
said
against any like the Brave Tenji decks or the
no.
Roaster decks.
What's it called? I didn't play against him, but I played against Dragon Link 2 times. I
Okay.
I side this in against the Brave Tenyi, the Swordsoul decks. That's what this is against, because those decks can really hurt me when going second, because they also play the trap card, like what's it called,
Blackout.
the pop two
Yeah, the Blackout. Yeah.
blackout. Yeah, so that's what this is against. But I didn't face any of them, so that's maybe a given. Uh, but I sided in against Prankits as well. But maybe I should side the Lava Golems instead. Prankits was also my only loss round one against the current 3 times European champion, I guess. Because we didn't have European Championship the last 2 years. But yeah. I saw three DD Crow. Maybe gonna cut one. But this is against Despia, the mirror match, and that kind of decks. But like I said, I'm gonna cut one, I think, for Cosmic Cyclone, because the Harpy's Feather Dust was also not used, and I'm gonna cut that as well for the Cosmic Cyclone, I think, or Heavy Storm Duster. The Harpy's Feather Duster was to have something against back row decks, and I can set it from the Heavily Prison. So it was like Heavily Prison resolves, set Harpy's Feather Duster, have a blowout next turn. But this works well. The DD Crows were amazing. Like I said, I played against Sky Striker. I played against the branded Allies deck. So these were amazing. Played against Despia. These were amazing. So the other cards, like I said, aside some floodgates, Seven Prison Mirror. This was one of the best side cards in my extra deck, in my side deck. I played against Despia and I played against Dragonlink. So this was crazy. And the
You know,
last card in my extra.
2014 called. They want their floodgates back.
Well, yes.
And the
I
mistakes.
also said
Nice.
mistake. Yeah, this was against Flunder. So I flipped mistake and then I just won. Like Flunder is
Yeah, they
just
can play.
can't play. Like he activated Polar Duality. I just chain mistake. And he has Robina on hand and everything. I also wit strike him in game two. So and then game three I had mistake. So yeah, he just he lost. I only played one for one race, so I couldn't really test it out that much. But I also had it at locals the day before and against Flow One Race, and I also won.
Yeah, I mean, even though
So
some cards in your side deck didn't really come up,
no, yeah,
it's still good that they were there.
yeah. The lava golems didn't really came up, but lava golem is a good card. Like
Yeah.
we all know that it's the most stable card. Token collector, I know it's a good card. Like I said, the DD Crow and the Harpy's Feather Duster are at the moment flex spots, but DD Crows are good. Sarah Prism Mirror is good. Mistake is good. Like I said, I think these are the cards I'm gonna cut.
Yeah.
Something like for Gant or something. And yeah, the main deck is still good, but maybe the Witch Strikes are still amazing, but now they're not a surprise anymore. So maybe
I mean,
you
at
can
a
always
certain
keep
point, like, what are they gonna do? They're still gonna negate your torrential.
yeah, that's the thing. Like that's something I'm still thinking about. What are they gonna do? Like not
All
negate?
right.
Sure, that's fine.
Yeah, well, fair enough. Well, time will tell. All right, cool. So yeah, definitely we'll be seeing you again to see if you're gonna play Eldlich again. Have you ever tried the branded version?
That was actually my draw, the branded version. But I didn't test it yet because I don't have the cards yet. I didn't want to buy the structures because I already have everything I wanted outside of it. But I want to test it. I'm gonna do that. But I I was afraid like you activate the spell, you get Ash, and then you're still playing Eldlich.
Yeah.
That's something I was thinking about, but I'm gonna test it out a little bit more. I like the concept of it, but I'm just afraid that I'm just getting ashed and scalded a day. And so I think this is still the best version. Not maybe my build, but the trap version is I think better.
Okay.
But we'll see. Time will tell. Maybe the branded version is 1,000 times better, and I'm making a fool out of myself. But
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think both versions are really great. I just wanted to hear your opinion real quick.
yeah.
All right, cool. Shout out to Team Card Guild, the boys.
Shout out to Team Car Guild. If I can, I want to make a shout out to Kenny, Seven, and Sean for the driving squad, and to Sean and Danilo for testing with me. So that's
All right, shout out to the boys. Always
shout
flopping
out to the
together
boys.
with the friends. All right, thank you, Youri. Congratulations again, and
Thank you,
yeah,
man.
we'll see you next time.
Thank you, man.